One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in its soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as the force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only Matzo can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Wrestle and mayhem will never die. Rituals report he paves his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Good morning to everybody. Let's get this one in, man. Hey, big American W, man. We got this one in the bag. Much love, honor, respect to everybody. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever the hell you guys are from, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your guys' way in. It is the #1 metric of all of YouTube. And also make sure you're subscribed down below for all the fun shit that we do here on Insane Wheels. Hey, man, this is going to be a good one. We labeled this one a Trump comeback, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. When everyone thought that it was basically impossible, that, yeah, well, everyone was against him, you know, in the deep state and shit like that. But nonetheless, hey, real quick before we get into like all the content and what we're going to review this morning, we're going to see the speech, the winning speech last night that he did, or this early morning. Same thing as to what is going on in the news actively right now. But before we do, please consider becoming a member. We have made it to where it's only starting at $2.99 a month. It goes very far. I can't thank you guys enough for becoming and signing up as members. Your guys' donations have gone a very, very long way, and it has really helped out this channel more than you guys, like, collectively. When all like you guys come together like this, it's humongous. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only myself, but of the show and a Millennial Food Time. As you guys know, we have a great time over there as well. That's where I basically stay in contact with all of you guys. So direct message me over there. Also, if you guys would like to help out the show monetarily and not have YouTube take a brutal 30% cut, we have these scrolling down below, so you guys can hit those at any time. Of course, they're all going to be shouted out. And while we're on that topic, before the show's even started, Brother Lee sent in $5 on the Cash App for the dues, man. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you for that. All right. So good morning, all of you guys, man. I see all of you legends up in here. We got all of you guys. We got Hank. We got Brother Papa. We have Slim. Oh, man, it's always good to see all of you guys, man. Brother Steve up in here as well. And Carney. Shit, man. Hook Dog. I appreciate you guys for the amount of support. And Redneck Side, by the way. You know, hey, you guys see the hat? You guys see the hat? Mm-hmm. Now it's, yeah, and this is what I was saying in the comments before we had started the show. Now it's time to fix this damn country. Absolutely facts. Anyhow, we're about to get into it this morning. Shadow, I can't thank you enough, as well as Hardwire. We had a wonderful coverage last night, and I can't thank the gentlemen that were on the panel last night. You guys absolutely killed it. It's always really, really, really cool to watch your buddies, come along with you and them actually prosper, man. It's, you guys killed it with the amount of knowledge that you guys have on it. And this is exactly what I was hoping for. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Wow. She's already coming in hot. Oh my God. Please, Jess, don't do it. 5 gifted subs over to you guys, man. Thank you. Or gifted memberships, not subs. But yes, we're about to get into the craziness of this shit. It's a great new day. That's absolute facts. What's up, Briar? We got Briar up in the building, as well as Beaker, man. Good to see you guys, man. Sugar Mama, do it again already. Oh, shit, man. Love seeing the left meltdown. Guardian Riders, it's just a sweet, sweet victory, isn't it? It's just a sweet, sweet victory. I'm big W for America, man. Jess is still bringing it. Last night, she gifted out like 45 members to you guys, and she was like super chatting all this too. Yeah, absolutely incredible. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So this morning, we've got a two-parter, all right? We're going to be discussing what's going on in the media actively right now. And then we're going to review Donald Trump's full speech last night, which is a whole 25 minutes long. Some of you guys may or may not have caught that last night, as I didn't cover it. By the time I had gotten off, we were still waiting on Pennsylvania's decision and all of this shit, right? So we were waiting for all of it to come in. Anyways, let's go ahead and check this out. This is off of Fox News. Let's go ahead and check this out. See what they're saying.
I've said this before, he's the single greatest political athlete I've ever seen. And tonight he proved why. There were moments in the campaign where I thought he said some things and did some things that I didn't quite understand, that I thought maybe detracted from it. But tonight obviously proves that too.
For the first time in a very long time, I actually slept all throughout the night. I didn't wake up one time. I don't know, man. That's been a long ass time since I've done that. I'm going to be very, very real. It's been a very long time since I've slept all the way through and didn't wake up. You know what I mean? I didn't have to like get up, take a leak or anything, you know? So I slept all the way through. What up, Shelby? Good to see you, kind sir. Good morning. Good morning to you over there. Hopefully you're having a good one in the ATL, man. You need to give her a free subscription, your Only Legs account, Mikey. Maybe, no, man, you guys are radical, man. Road rage. Trump's success has as much to do with the Dem incompetence as his political counterpart, or smarts. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Sleep is overrated. It is overrated, bro. It is definitely overrated.
To run a traditional campaign, he connected with voters on issues. He talked about the things that mattered most to voters, and Democrats said he didn't talk about it in the most full-throated way. He didn't talk about it in the most wholesome way. Didn't talk about it in the most comprehensive way. But he connected with voters. I would urge my party tonight, if indeed I think he's almost at 270. We'll declare it here shortly.
Yo, road rage is a savage, bro. Everyone knows that.
Don't write off the American people. Let us not be critical of people for voting for President Trump. He did something we didn't do in this campaign. We had to reevaluate, reassess. Mr. Wonderful said it a little earlier, that may give us an opportunity as a party to revamp, and perhaps we should think about that. But don't write off the people, the American people, for the decision they made this evening.
Charlie Hurt, he will be the 47th president of the United States.
Well
after
said.
Everything that we saw in this election.
That there's still hope. Obviously, I didn't love to see the go take a nap.
Oh, we got our coffee, everybody.
In the morning about all of this, but we do have to keep in mind that the race in 2020 wasn't called for days, that Biden won Pennsylvania on Friday of that week and Wisconsin on Thursday, I think that it was. So we'll see.
Road reality. Aren't you just proud to be an American right now?
I think it's close that there's vote coming in. There was some conversation over how much of the remaining vote in Philadelphia existed, and there was an extra 120,000-ish votes that were out there that could go into Harris's column.
Yo, we coming in hot over here. We got Nitro over there from the Guardian Riders MC. I can't thank you enough for the gifted membership, kind sir. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
So that I've been thinking about.
For real.
One, and Dana knows this well, how much I love to throw out a good door knocking stat, right? So 2,000 door knocks a minute for the Harris campaign.
Yo, Cuzzo, you changed your name to Cuddy? What happened to Cuzzo?
That stuff matter anymore. And we'll see how this pans out. She could win with the simple route through. She already, getting Nebraska second. But the Harris campaign ran a conventional campaign, right? Where raising money.
Conventional campaign. Stop the cap, woman.
Stop the cap.
Nothing about Harris's campaign was conventional. Nothing. She wasn't even fucking voted in as the Democratic nominee. What are you talking about? This lady is so cap. This is unreal.
Stupid.
And trying to do that on Fox? Like, you guys are dumb over there.
Souls to the polls, that kind of stuff matters. Will that be the path going forward?
Okay,
the second thing is, if this night doesn't end up going in Harris's direction.
What up, Mr. and Huggy? Good morning.
Some big change. She will have underperformed Biden in 2020 in every single demographic except college-educated women. And even with college-educated women, it wasn't the overwhelming win that we thought it was going to be, or that was projected in some of these very prominent surveys. And when you think about the fact that there were some people, I didn't think we were going to win Iowa, but that we had seen surveys where he was only up 5 in Kansas or up 3 in Ohio.
That's the funny thing about it, dude. Like when people would say, oh, and they back her up on her policies and shit. Like what fucking policies are you talking about? Like, are you just basing that off of emotion right now? And essentially people were, you know what I mean? Because they really couldn't name it. We got Jess White coming in for another 5. Man, that is 10 over to you guys this morning already by Jess. Take it easy, girl. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for these immense support, Jess. Thank you so much. Let's get it.
It's going to take a lot of refocusing to understand really what happened here. And it doesn't seem like it was one decision that the Harris campaign did. I'm sure if she loses Pennsylvania, there'll be a lot of Josh Shapiro discussion. This feels much bigger than any decision about having him on the ticket or going to the Al Smith dinner.
That's right, Papa. She's quote unquote the underdog. She was the underdog and running a conventional campaign.
So,
right.
Carl.
Well, I think the Democrats are, well, dispirited at this moment. And I think that the likelihood,
say
as
the
we
least.
pointed out, is that Trump will be the president. And I think that for me, talking to people like Darren.
Oh, yeah. Big time, Dark Soul. You're going to see all these people that, just like in 2016 when Trump won, you know, all these political figures and talking, you know, these political anchors and all this, it's saying Trump will never, ever. And even all these politicians, hey, you would never be president. And then all of a sudden he's president, and watching the backpedaling from that was amazing. It was actually something that I look at that and I think it's hilarious. You know what I mean? It's like an old school moded.
And political professionals around, no one anticipated the
That's
size
right, Todd
of
J.
this mandate, as you call it. I think that there is even recriminations now among Democrats as to
I was waiting for someone to point that out. This dude.
Biden and whether Biden should have dropped out earlier or Biden should have stayed. Would a white male have done better?
A white
Obviously,
male?
Trump has defeated 2 women and now a black woman. So there's all of these questions.
You got to love the left always playing into race politics. You got to love identity politics in America, don't you? And guess who plays those games? Because it's not the right that plays those games. It is the left through and through. Don't you on the left understand that that is not winning anymore? Like that whole identity politics, it's a lose take now. It's an L take.
But to my mind, it seems to me incredible that a guy who led a insurrection against the United States government is going potentially now, you know, like a phoenix going.
Sounds like a whole bunch. Dude, this sounds like a whole bunch of cope right here from this dude. Listen what he's about to say right after what he just said.
Against the United States government is going potentially now, you know, like a phoenix going back into the Oval Office. It's unbelievable.
Well, you have to.
It sounds like a whole bunch of cope. Yeah. We got him.
The fact, one, that a lot of people didn't think that was an insurrection. They thought it was a riot, but not an insurrection. And had they thought it was really an insurrection, I don't think he could have won.
Well, I
think
don't
that the
know.
exaggerations about that day.
I don't know.
Well, I'm not exaggerating.
About the alleged
This guy.
threat to democracy is a piece of what happened tonight. Is
Well, I don't think so. I think, again, I'm giving you
Road
my
reality. I'll
perspective.
check it out.
And I'm
I'll
giving
check
you
it out.
mine.
Right. So I listened to you
Send me the
as
link.
my friend. But I'm going to tell
Actually,
you
I'll
what
look
I
it up.
saw was not only a riot in terms of the violence, but a direct action intended to stop.
Are you surprised I'm still here, Beaker? I still made it. You know what I mean? Absolutely. No excuses, right?
Certification of a presidential election.
Understood.
I hope
And we
you
talked
do
a
that,
lot.
Jess.
So
Appreciate
when I
you.
interviewed Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago the day after the second assassination attempt, we were
Kingston.
talking
What up,
about
my
the
man?
previous election, and I pointed out that 2020 was decided by a handful of swing voters in a handful of swing states, and that this election probably would be as well. And he said to me,
So,
maybe.
This goes for everyone. So check it out real quick. Just a little side note on the membership stuff. If you guys see on the bottom right of wherever your chat is, okay, if you guys select the cogwheel or something like that, you have to turn on accept gifted memberships. If you do that for my channel, for instance, now you're actually are qualified to accept gifted memberships from any YouTube channel. So once you activate it on mine, let's say you select it on the bottom of the chat, you hit accept gifted memberships, and then it'll go across all of YouTube. So some of you guys probably, because I believe that when your YouTube account is made, it's actually default set to no. So you have to actually physically turn it on. Manually.
or maybe a lot. I have a feeling it might be a lot. Looks like he might have been right. If it turns out the way this seems to be coming, this is the greatest political comeback since 1892 when Grover Cleveland lost the
That's
White
right,
House
Papa.
and won it back.
What's up,
So what
BD?
that
Good morning,
means is,
Fenster.
love him or hate him, Donald Trump isn't just a once-in-a-generation talent. He's a once-in-a-century talent politically. And keep in mind, this is the matchup the Democrats wanted. They thought Trump would be easier to beat. Part of the reason why they launched this campaign of lawfare against him was to rally
Absolutely,
Republicans
my
around
man.
him so that he would be the nominee. And that may have been a grave political miscalculation.
And yeah,
As we look now at what
Pennsylvania.
we have, Pennsylvania. Is this a call, ladies and gentlemen? We are now projecting that Donald J. Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania. Former President Donald J. Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania, and thereby he is on his way to becoming the 47th president of the United States.
Wow, Beaker, you just
with
got bad luck then, cuh. That feels bad.
The path for Vice President Harris has narrowed, and there's really no path going forward. It's vanished. This is historic. Everything was about Pennsylvania. Everything from the beginning was about Pennsylvania. Now,
That's right,
former
Clover
President
Tack. Hey,
Trump-
good to see you, Clover Tack, over there, my man. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful morning over there.
will win
Appreciate
the
you
state of
for the
Pennsylvania,
input, man.
and we can make that call. The 19 electoral votes that puts him at 267, not officially over the 270, but the path that it takes to get to 270. He is well on his way to becoming the 47th president of the United States in what is going to be the biggest political phoenix from the ashes story that we have ever seen.
Lissa,
ever.
good to see you.
I mean, I'm going to say it's more than Grover Cleveland in
1892.
yeah, I don't think that,
I think
that
you're saying-
Grover Cleveland was not the subject of a Russia investigation, 2 impeachments, 2 assassination attempts.
Indictments.
They have indictments, 91 indictments, convictions, and there is almost nothing that hasn't been thrown at this former president, and his tenacity in wanting to go back.
Thank God we don't have to listen to that shrill voice that broad has. Thank God, dude.
And run again, which he announced immediately after he lost in 2020. This is a huge historic moment in the United States of America as the former President Trump is closing in with just a few electoral votes away now from clinching 270 as Pennsylvania
fact, Jay.
is called
Todd J.
for Donald
100%.
Trump.
We're looking live, 1:21 a.m. in the morning at Trump headquarters. The cheers coming
Coffee
up.
time.
We're told the former president is there, as well as J.D. Vance, Senator J.D. Vance. They are getting ready to hear from former President Donald Trump again at 267.
I'm going to play you guys that speech that was held last night from Trump, of course. And then after that, we'll check out what's going on with The View.
There yet, but looking at where that vote is in Wisconsin, where the vote is in Michigan, where the vote is in Nevada and in Arizona. So now we are at electoral college vote at 248 for Trump and 216 for Harris. We have a panel. We're welcoming in Darren Shaw, a member of the Fox News Decision Desk. Welcome in Juan Williams as well, along with Karl Rove. Darren?
Can someone do me a huge favor and send me the link to The View? For some reason, I'm typing it in. It's not popping up on my end. Do me a favor. Hit me on my Instagram. Send me that so I can have it queued up. It's right here. There's my Instagram. Make sure you direct message me the link so I can play it afterwards.
We got you out here. We were going to say, what happened? Are we calling Georgia? And then you push the button.
Are you here to tell us that we were right when we said you called Georgia?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I thought you were going to come down here to grill me, and we preempted that.
What else are we going to call? And then,
You guys called Georgia in the nick of time for you, Darren.
That's exactly right.
While we have you, how do you see this night? And was it like you thought going in? And as you look at
Yo,
the blue
GG,
wall
you're
there?
so funny,
Well, I
dog.
think 2 things. This is an election. This is unprecedented by my standards because the more data I saw, the more possibilities seemed to unfold. There was stuff a couple of weeks ago I didn't think could happen. I didn't think Trump could win, let's say, the national vote. I'm not saying he's going to, but that was something that nobody thought could happen. They thought he was captain for.
That's right, Bill. You know, over there on The View, they're having a field day over this whole thing right now. Of course.
47, 48%. That's a possibility. We had a lot of conversations about whether these, swing states were going to move together or whether they were going to sort of crack and each move separately. There's a possibility tonight.
Haven't heard yet, Jay.
I didn't think this would happen earlier in the afternoon, but that he could sweep all of them. That's not a prediction, but it's something that's within the realm of possibility with the data we've seen.
You're saying
Hey, seriously, Shelby just called everybody out here, man, saying we're putting a halt. Saying 61 viewers and 29 likes. Come on, man. You guys can do better than that. Hit that like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support.
Red wall.
It's possible. And that wasn't something anybody was talking about. People talked about Michigan in particular as being the toughest state for Trump to crack. Now, Bill's shown the data.
That
recently. We've been
probably
looking
is
at
what
for-
happened. Whoopi Goldberg got upset with my conservative worldview because she's a total either Marxist and or communist. Yeah.
Hours. Michigan's looking very difficult for her right now.
All these toss-up states had been within a point or two. So
got you hooked on.
is there any way to look at what you see now and say this could be a win in a larger percentage than that? I mean, a lot of these states are still close, but.
Right. What we're looking at right now, we have sort of model data, and we're looking to reach a certain level of statistical significance to make a call. We're also looking at what we call the outstanding vote. And so, for instance, in the case of Georgia, we were modeling about 835,000 outstanding votes. A lion's share of them were coming from suburban Atlanta. She needed to hit about 55, 56%. She was getting about 45%. And at a certain level, that becomes a statistical impossibility. The more data you get.
Absolutely. You got to make sure you have your coffee. You know what I mean? Sometimes I decide not to have coffee. Usually, I'm going to be honest. Usually when I don't have my coffee in the morning, it's because I drank the night before. And the truth is, I like to have a couple of drinks in the morning or a couple of drinks at night. And then in the morning, I don't necessarily am not craving coffee. You know what I mean? And I kept sober last night. I only had one beer all last night, which is kind of wild considering we were reporting this shit for like 5 hours. You know what I mean?
The less room she has to actually grow or do better than she's been performing. And so that sort of triggered the call in Georgia. We're not quite there yet in the other states, but this may not be an election where we're going to be here till Thursday or
Clovertac, my
Friday.
man, coming in hot over there. Man, your hottest gun tuber right here is in the building. With the YouTube member, man. Thank you so much for helping monetarily to the show. I can't thank you enough. That goes very, very far, man. Thank you guys for becoming members and the gifted memberships, man. It's immense, man. Thank you, Clovertac.
Right.
Appreciate
And
you.
so when they say go home, relax, you're saying maybe not yet.
We'll see if they, continue to count. Arizona and Nevada have been particularly stubborn about that. We understand.
Oh, wow.
Nevada,
That's
they don't-
interesting. Road Rage says, still waiting for them to call Michigan, 98% reporting, and he is 91,000 ahead. Wow. Wow.
Allow
Interesting.
any counting until
Crazy.
the last vote has been cast, which is, we think, why we're getting basically
That's
nothing
right,
from
Hook
Nevada
Dog.
so far.
Appreciate you, man.
But Arizona, it's coming in sort of droves. It's a close race there. Wisconsin and Michigan. Michigan seems to be counting there at like 54, 55%. Wisconsin at 2 a.m. in 2020 had counted 99% of the votes. So we think there's a chance we might have enough data in Wisconsin, maybe Michigan. So we may have some resolution more quickly than we had thought.
So in Pennsylvania, Sean talked about this earlier, the early vote and what that looked like and what she would
I see you, Anson. I see it worked.
have to do day of in Philadelphia and those counties right around there. Is it possible that that's still out there and it's possible to do?
Well, it
Oh
seems
my
to be
God.
a probability
Brother Lee is so funny. Nubs and buds, dude. Absolutely.
diminishing by the hour. I think this is something from the Georgia data, but we've also seen it in Pennsylvania.
Hey, it is what it
Young
is.
African American
Not
men.
everyone's going to love my rhetoric. You know what I mean? Not everyone's going to love my nomenclature, what I decide to use. That's part of being an influencer. That's part of being a YouTuber. That's part of being in the media light anyways. You know what I mean? But hey, so it is what it is, right?
Did not come home. Part of the African American vote came home to her, but a lot of it didn't, and there's a gender gap there. And the Georgia, I think, I have to run the numbers, and I'm not going to lay this at the feet of any
it, Steve.
demographic group in particular, But she really did seem to underachieve amongst African-American males, especially young African-American males.
I mean, it just makes me think about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, the former president, and the very strong appeals that they made. Michelle Obama said, you know, don't let your husband or boyfriend.
I can't believe that Kamala Harris didn't actually address her people, which is actually absurd. You know what I mean? That's wild. You organized to have all these people here, so you're gonna, you know, of course, take your speech and do all of that when you thought you were gonna win, but then you lose, and now all of a sudden you don't want to talk to your people. Feels bad, dude. Feels ultra bad. That looks like a whole bunch of coke to me on the left.
Friends rage dictate your vote. President Obama talked about bringing out the brothers and scolding them. That does not seem to have been a strategy that worked.
Darren, is
That's so funny, Hug Dog.
the Fox News voter analysis track with what you saw with raw vote as you went around the states?
Yes. You know, there were a couple. What we're doing early on is we get this early vote from Indiana and Kentucky.
Yes,
allows-
it is not only the club, but it's called the Breakfast Club. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Just to kind of figure out, is the FNVA performing consistent with the data? There were a couple states where Trump overperformed a bit. Florida was one. We were a little concerned that we might be overestimating Trump's performance in rural areas. But the more data we got, the more that didn't seem to be the case. It seemed like he was basically hitting what we thought he would
Yeah,
hit.
and don't you love when she would like talk to the WNBA to try to win over the man's vote, which is crazy. Like, yeah, that's gonna work.
So
I mean, we've got the brain here. Did anybody else have a question for Darren? Bryn?
I'm curious about immigration and what you've seen in terms of how much that played into the votes in some of these states.
Well, I think the one thing we can say is that it didn't repel people.
She needs to address her people, and I'm you know, I understand, but doesn't it make it a little bit more complicated because she certifies the vote? You know what I mean? The sitting VP does
In
it.
particular,
Oh shit! Real quick, Carney coming in hot over here, gifting out a membership to you guys, man. Thank you, kind sir. Man, your guys' patronage has gone so fucking far. I can't thank you guys enough.
there was some talk about the Hispanic vote
Thank you,
coming home
Carney.
over the issue of immigration. That did not seem to happen much at all. You know, the FNVA suggested, I think it was 40%.
That's a fact, Mister. And yeah, I remember that whole room of Hillary Clinton supporters, and they're like crying, screaming to the sky and shit. Like, oh my god, it was way too fucking comical, dude. Way too
With Trump's
funny.
performance amongst Latinos, that ended up being, I think, within 13 or 14 points of Harris's. I mean, if you showed me data before the election and said,
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up, Pablo.
15% of the African American vote, 40% of the Hispanic vote, I'd say that's an awfully tough night for a Democrat to win an election in.
There's some reporting that Trump has won Erie County.
And also consider Georgia, what happened in Georgia. Consider what happened in a lot of these states. It's actually beautiful to see.
Pennsylvania. Is that square with anything you understand?
I think I think it was on sort of a knife's edge. I don't know if Bill's got the latest data, but
It was a, what we go here.
It's part of her hope,
It
right?
went back to the Trump team, and right now, currently, just to keep you guys up to date, he leads it by a point in 1.4, which is a little less than 2,000 raw votes.
and it's 99%
It's left out. How much?
Yeah.
It's 99% in or 90? What did you say?
90,
99%.
statewide 90%.
Oh, you mean they're actually waking up to something? That's not possible for these guys over here. Oh my God, Jess. Jess coming in hot with another 5 for you guys. Jesus, girl. That is now 15 over to you. Thank you so much for your help and support, Jess. Man, thank you so much.
Darren, I got a question for you. When you think about the blue wall in the upper Midwest, when we were at the convention in Milwaukee in July, it ended on a Thursday. On a Friday,
Yeah,
we had that
not
national
yet. Not yet is the key there, Jason, because it will happen.
computer glitch, and all the airports were shut down. So all the delegates and all the journalists and all the campaign folks were stranded at the airport in Milwaukee. And I was still thinking at the time about, you know, why did I just see Kid Rock? And why did I see Hulk Hogan? And why did I see Dana White? And I went to the campaign. I said, what's going on there?
They're the state. Arizona was the state that said, oh, it could take up to 12 fucking days. How can it take up to 12 days when you guys got like nobody compared to California, for instance, and boom, like they're able to get millions and millions and millions of votes in, but you guys can't handle a county? Get the fuck out of here, you dumb fucks.
Stupid.
You know what I mean?
There,
That's
because
crazy.
It was men. It was white men. And they said, we notice in the upper Midwest, at the time they were thinking about Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio to a lesser degree, and Pennsylvania. That's what they were thinking about. And they said, we noticed that there was a certain percentage of white men who voted in 2016. They sat out 2020, and we're trying to win them back. Is there evidence that those white males
Bumper, good to
in
see
those
you,
upper
man.
Midwest states did that tonight?
There was sort of a rule of thumb we were adopting that, and we spoke about this a little bit earlier in conversation with y'all, but that, the gender gap is a double-edged sword. Gender gap can help or hurt depending upon,
overnight shipments of ballots and shit. You know how it goes, Hardwire. You know how it goes.
the absolute level of support. We were looking at 55%. In other words, if Trump was hitting 55% with men, that was a good sign.
definitely did,
If Harris
Just.
was hitting 55% with women, that was a good sign. And in the upper Midwest states, he was getting closer to that sort of magic number.
Yeah, Shadow. There's a few states that are actually people didn't like observe too hard. Like for instance, like Hawaii, even though there are only like 3 electoral votes or whatever, Kamala Harris was called the winner with 0 votes counted. Still, you can look up 0 votes for Hawaii. You know what I mean? And there's a few other states, 2-3 other states are like that right now.
than
Weird.
she was. So what they call it, the bro strategy or whatever, it seems to have paid some dividends up there. I mean, we're still waiting, but it's looking pretty good for him.
So we can
What's up,
definitively
Blair?
say
Good to
that
see you,
the
man. Good job last
poll
night.
that we don't talk about in Iowa was
As
kinda
well as
off.
you,
I
Hardwire.
registered.
Absolutely.
I love Ann Seltzer. She's a giant and a pioneer in our field. I think what we were looking at, ironically, was not so much the top line in that race, but
Flappuccino, dude. Oh my fucking God, Beaker.
what Seltzer had said was that senior women were breaking away from Trump
That's right,
over the
Stefan.
abortion
I
issue.
appreciate you, man.
And
Hopefully you're doing
I
well.
think our friend Sean Trende
Oh,
had a really good
Lissa.
observation. Where
Oh wow, I'm so sorry for missing this. Okay, so I have two different donations on the Cash App that I missed. I'm sorry. Sometimes my focus is too much on the YouTube side of stuff, and I have to like look at my phone for this. My apologies. So real quick, we got Lyconics Corner up in the building with the $5 on the Cash App, man. Thank you so much. Dark Soul, I appreciate you, my man. As well as Lissa Lay sent me a $20 $20 on the Cash App. That is unreal right there. Thank you. Man, your guys' help is insane. It's actually mind-blowing. So thank you guys.
where he said that may be true, but it may not help Harris because that's something that could occur in Iowa where abortion was a hot issue, but might not occur nationally in other states where abortion wasn't as salient.
He campaigned so energetically, ruthlessly, fiercely, and with more joy than Kamala Harris. And it was so clear that Joe Biden was not going to be able to go the distance. If Joe Biden were still on the ticket,
That's right,
tonight,
Hank, you
who knows
got
what
it.
tonight might have even looked like. That he has been able to accomplish this, it is nothing short of astonishing and
woman.
amazing. And also, I think about Susie Wiles, who's his campaign manager, very quiet, does not like the limelight. Chris LaCivita, who works on it. All of those people. who
Yo,
work so hard
Shadow coming in hot as well to help out the community, man. Giving out to you guys too. Brother Shadow, I got to salute to you, kind sir. Thank you so much for your immense help that you've been doing for a long time, man. I can't thank you enough.
stuck
Thank
by
you.
Trump. No matter what was said about him, they were called every name in the book, including Hitler and Nazis, and they came through. The other thing that's on my mind is, last night at her closing rally, Oprah Winfrey said that if Donald Trump
Oprah's another Marxist.
is elected again, basically, you can just write America off. Like America's
Listen, feminism is just a front for Marxism. Okay, I said it. Feminism is a front for Marxism. I said it.
just going to fall apart. That's obviously not true, although I'll be surprised tomorrow if there's a big line at JFK
Green
of Hollywood
coffee.
celebrities.
That means you got the green coffee beans and shit. Isn't that like way healthier for you or whatever? That's
like,
awesome.
leaving the country, as they said they were going to. This is the greatest country, and there will be so many opportunities for lots of deal making. I think President Trump will be in the mood, but he
Good
also
point.
has a huge
That's a
to-do
really
list.
good point, Papa. He says if Elon gets on board the Trump administration, he won't be there for long, doesn't have the patience to work within the government, and probably can't stand having a boss. You know, I got to side with that. I got to side with that.
Biden and Harris have left a mess. His closing argument was, she broke it, I will fix it. And she talked about having a to-do list. He's got a big to-do list, but he thrives on it. And you saw that through the whole campaign.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
It's
Hey,
very
click-
true. It's very true that I'm hooked on phonics over here. We all know that. It's all right, but that's why you guys love me, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Absolutely. All right. So let's go ahead and check out, since we went over what was going on in the media that just this morning, just an hour ago, we're going to go ahead and move it on over into Trump's speech, his winning speech last night at like midnight 30, midnight 40 for me, it was, and about almost 2 o'clock in the morning on the East. Check this out.
Thank you very much. Wow.
That's right, USA.
Well, I want to thank you
Yeah, this is what the winning team looks like right here.
all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends on this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like
I
this
gotta
in this
agree.
country and maybe beyond.
And extremely historic. Just this one will definitely be in the history books, 100%.
And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And
Yeah, it's Lissa, not Lisa. You know what I mean? See? You see what? I get it. I got you. All right. All right.
we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible.
And you're right about that, Papa. The Supreme Court is not going to overturn a presidential election. Correct.
Political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
JD Vance is stoked right now.
But it's a political
high on life right now.
victory that our country has never seen before. Nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
Yep. Incredible.
And every citizen I will
I believe
fight.
he's the second president to ever do that, where he got a second term on the third run or whatever. Yeah.
For you, for your family, and your future.
That's right,
Every
Beaker.
single day I will be fighting for you. And
I
with
hope you are
every
too, Dragon
breath
Classy. Good to see you.
in my body. I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve.
Wow.
This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
True. Let's see if we can actually put it to work now. It's time.
This is a magnificent victory.
The hard part is just about to start. You know what I mean? Now, winning, of course, that's a humongous W, right? But now the work starts. You know, it's kind of like becoming let's say you're a prospect in a motorcycle club. You know what I mean? Or when you get fully patched, your job just began, basically. You know what I mean?
For the American people that will allow us to make America great again. And in addition to having won the battleground states of North Carolina, I love these places.
The honest truth is, Dwayne, I have no idea. I don't know how that shit works. If it's just advertised and anybody can come, or if it's invite only. I have no idea.
Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. We are now winning in Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska.
Oh man, the stock market, dude, Wall Street loves when Trump is, any involvement in politics, man, it's just going to bring up a lot of shit here. And it's time to make money again. You know what I
Which
mean?
would
It's time.
result in us carrying at least 315 electoral votes, but that. But it's much
Apparently she's speaking tonight to her people. So we will see that tonight.
You're doing what the
Hopefully.
networks did or whoever called it, because there was no other path. There was no other path to victory. We also have won the popular vote. That was great. Very proud of that.
What up, Joker? Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
You gotta love when they're screaming USA, man. That's dope.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Winning the popular vote was very nice. Very nice. I will tell
Oh,
you.
yeah. No, you're 100% right about that, Clover. And watch, because of this election, he'll be running for president, guaranteed in 2028. Watch. It's going to happen.
It's a great feeling of love. We have a great feeling of love in this very large room with unbelievable people standing by my side. These people
Shout out to Bill Hicks over here, man. One of my favorite old school comedians. Unfortunately, not here anymore.
have been
But you are.
incredible. They've made the journey with me, and we're going to make you very happy. We're going to make you very proud of your vote.
Oh, my dad is ecstatic right now. Absolutely. 100%.
I hope that you're going to be looking back someday and say that was one of the truly important moments of my life when I voted for this group of people.
Yo, I'm fucking dead, dude. No way. Jess is way too funny, yo.
Beyond the president, this group of
You gotta love the Australian humor, man.
great people. America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back.
Are you surprised there wasn't a 10 million vote count difference this morning, Anson Knowles? I think all of us were.
Control of the Senate. Wow, that's good. And the Senate races in Montana, Nevada, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, were all won by the MAGA movement. They helped so much. And in those cases, every one of them, we worked with the senators. They were tough races.
Thank you, Brother
and,
Dwayne.
I mean, the number of victories in the Senate was absolutely incredible. And
Yo.
we did tele-rallies. We did tele-rallies with each one of them. And
Yo, we got America Uncensored up in here saying, good morning, all. Let the winning begin. Absolutely. Big W's over here. Absolutely.
sometimes we did 2 or 3 and it was amazing to look at all of those victories. Nobody expected that. Nobody.
They did tell,
So
I mean,
I just
Jess,
wanted to thank you very much for that. And we got
a bunch of rats in here. You know what I mean? They're ratting on me. Do you see what's happening over here? It's crazy.
You have some great senators and some great new senators. And it also looks like we'll be keeping control of the House of Representatives.
W. The Senate and the House. That's a humongous win.
And I want to thank Mike Johnson. I think he's doing a terrific job. Terrific job.
That's right, Jay.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
She's gone through a lot. She's gone through a lot being the first lady. She's taken a lot of criticism for just being, just with the ties of Trump. You know you're going to get ridiculed, let alone the wife of.
Who has the #1 best-selling book in the country. Can you believe it?
Wow. What up, Gunpowder Nitro? Good to see you, man. Good morning. That's awesome.
Oh, no, she's done a great job. Works very hard to help people. So I just want to thank her. But I want to thank my whole family, my amazing children, and they are amazing children. Now,
You know, I find it very interesting that, you know, with the rallies and stuff like that, how politically involved I've been for years. And I've never been to a political rally. You know what I mean? That's something that needs to happen next time around. You know what I mean? I definitely need to do that. That would be cool.
We all think our children are amazing. Everybody here thinks their children are amazing, but that's a good thing when you think they are. But Don, Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, Barron, there's Laura, Jared, Kimberly, Michael, thank you all. What a help. What a great. My father-in-law, Victor, is tremendous. And we miss very much Melania's mother.
Yeah, I hate when I get blocked on my own platform when I try to text you guys in the chat, which happens all the time, and I'll get rejected on my own platform, which is probably the most annoying thing on the planet.
We miss
I feel that.
Melania,
What's up, Big
don't
Red?
we,
Good to
huh?
see you, man.
She would be very happy right now, standing on this stage. She'd be so proud. She was a great woman.
That's
that
right.
one.
Good call to action. Real quick, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. It's all the #1 metric of all of YouTube right there. I appreciate you guys.
Beautiful
Also, subscribe
inside and out.
if you haven't.
She was a great woman. I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, J.D. Vance.
I got you, Jess.
And his absolutely remarkable and beautiful wife, Usha Vance.
Do not tempt that woman. Do not tempt that woman, Blair. You know what? You know, you should not do that.
And he is a feisty guy, isn't he? You know, I've said, go into the enemy camp. And you know, the enemy camp is certain networks. And a lot of people don't like that. Sir, do I have to do that? He just goes, okay. Which one? CNN, MSDNC? He'll say, all right, thank you very much. He actually looks like he's like the only guy I've ever seen. He really looks forward to it. And then he just goes and absolutely obliterates them. Say a couple of words.
Long live the patriarchy. Damn straight. Here comes JD Vance. That's right, Big Red. Let him know. That's got to
Mr.
feel
President,
good.
I appreciate you allowing me to join you on this incredible journey. I thank you for the trust that you placed in me.
Yep.
And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America.
Hey, it's all good, Tiffany. I appreciate you for being in here. You and Brother Lee Lance. Appreciate you guys. Be safe out there.
And under President Trump's leadership, we're never going to stop fighting for you, for your dreams, for the future of your children. And after the greatest political comeback in American history, we're going to lead the greatest
100% humongous political victory on that.
economic comeback in American history under Donald Trump's leadership.
Yup. That was great. Short and sweet. Good job,
Thank you
JD.
very much. He's turned out to be a good choice.
KP, good to see you. And he damn fucking straight, and he knows it.
I took a little heat at the beginning, but he was. I knew the brain was a good one, about as good as it gets.
Yep.
And we love the family, and we're going to have a great 4 years, and we're going to turn our country
Hey,
around.
man, I'm glad
make
that you enjoy my little guitar work. You know what I mean? I appreciate that.
it something very special. It lost that little. It lost that little thing called special. We have to make it so. We're going to make this so great. It's the greatest country and potentially the greatest country in the world by far. And right now,
It was still a humongous deal for Joe Rogan to do that. I didn't think he was going to endorse anybody. You know what I mean? But hey, we saw it happen, but it did happen late. But still, it's a good thing.
we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back. We're going to make it the best it's ever been.
Alberto,
We can
what
do
up?
that.
Good to
We
see you, man.
If we had to wait longer, I don't know. It was going bad, and it was going bad fast. We're going to have to seal up those borders, and we're going to have to let people come into our country. We want people to come back in.
Facts,
But
Big Red.
We have to let them come back in, but they have to come in legally. They have to come in legally. Let me also express my tremendous appreciation for Susie and Chris, the job you did. Susie, come here. Come here, Susie. Chris, come here, Chris. Susie likes to stay sort of in the back, let me tell you. The Ice Maiden, we call her the
Barney,
Ice Maiden.
my bad.
Come here, Chris. Come here, Chris.
There's just a lot of comments. I'm trying to keep up with all you, everybody in the Breakfast Club, man. You guys are a chatty bunch, and I love it. You know what I mean? But I have to sit there and go through it real quick, you know? Otherwise, they collect really fast.
Susie likes to stay in the background. She's not in the background. Come here, Susie.
This wasn't expected, but I just want to thank, obviously, President Trump for this journey. It was a great one, and he's a hell of a candidate. And he's going to be a hell of a great 47th president. And this team
Absolutely. My fingers can move fast. You dig?
that we had, the best team, and of course, even my boss, Susie Wiles, the best. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Susie.
I can't believe how much campaigning Elon Musk actually did. I mean, he really invested in this political campaign. 100%.
Look at this. She's shot. I've never seen her be shot before. Susie. They're
Coffee
great.
time.
Everybody up here is great. Everybody up here is very special. But the Trump, who did you say? Oh, let me tell you, we have a new star.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Steve. Stop the cat. Stop it now.
Star is born. Elon.
Elon. He's so funny. Gurney Nods, good to see you, man.
Now he's an amazing guy. We were
Absolutely
sitting together.
not. It's not copywritten content. If I played it by itself, it would be. Now, here's a beautiful thing about our Supreme Court that ruled back in 1976 about fair use. And hey, that's the way YouTubers run it, man, for a long time.
Together tonight. You know, he spent 2 weeks in Philadelphia and different parts of Pennsylvania campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. It was, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat. And, but I saw it come down and turn around. And it was, you know, it's like 22
Hold the
stories tall, by
phone,
the way. It
dude.
looks a
Hold the phone. We got another gifted 5 over to all of you guys. Dude, these are humongous. All right, Jess is up to 5, 10, 15, 20 gifted memberships just this live stream for you guys in the Breakfast Club. You guys got it. If you guys are getting YouTube memberships, anybody that's gifting them to you and where you guys got them, please make sure you thank the people that are spending countless money right now to make sure you guys are hooked up. I very much appreciate you, Jess. Thank you. Wow.
little smaller than that, but it's big. And it came down, and you saw that fire burning. And I'm saying, only Elon can do this. It must be an Elon. And I tell the story. I told it last night. I had a man on the phone. I had the screen muted, no sound. I was talking to a very important man, happens to be here. And that very important guy, one of the most important people in, I would say, the country, actually. But, you know
how rad that would be, Dwayne? Oh my God. You know what I mean? No, man, I appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoyed, not only the election coverage, but leading up to where we are today. I thank you guys for believing in me, trusting in me, with your guys' news source. I mean, it's been an amazing roller coaster to be able to watch. I mean, you guys have seen during this whole event, essentially, I even had to move complete states. I moved across the entire country during this whole ordeal. And, I've put a lot of sacrifice into this, a lot of love and a lot of passion, a lot of time and work, you know what I mean? And so I can't thank you guys enough for the immense support that you guys have been showing, man.
I was
It goes very
president,
far.
and now it looks like I was going to be maybe president again, so I figured I could ask him to hold. So I asked him to hold, And especially because you're going to be president
What's
again.
the cap? Hey, exactly. There's no cap right now, but hey.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap means stop joking. Stop lying.
So I took the phone down and I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing this crazy thing that's going around and coming down. It looks like it's going to crash into the gantry. And I said, oh no. And I said, do me a favor. Do you mind holding for a couple of minutes?
That's right, Clever Tack.
I
Hey,
go
do you
to-
think we're going to see a federal constitutional carry eventually? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see that, of course, but now you got places like California, New York, you know, they would never put up with it, you know?
It was a space age movie or something. I put the phone down. Bad part, I didn't pick it up for 45 minutes and he was holding. But this spaceship came down and I saw those engines
That's right, Big Red.
firing and it looked like it was over. It was going to smash. And then I saw the fire pour out from the left side and it put it straight. And it came down so gently and then it wrapped those arms around it.
He always goes
And it
every
held it.
single time. Trump can't help it. He just loves Elon Musk and this damn rocket. Trump, move on from that fact. We know. And honestly, I spoke my piece about it last night. I really don't care about space exploration, but I do care about using the same technology that Elon Musk is using for actual self-defense in our military. Absolutely.
And just like you hold your baby at night, your little baby. And it was a beautiful thing to see. And I called Elon. I said, Elon,
I appreciate
was
you,
that
Big Red.
you?
Thank you for that.
He said, yes, it was. I said, who else can do that? Can Russia do it? No. Can China
Understandable,
do it?
Steve.
No. Can the United States do it other than you? No. Nobody can do that. I said, that's why I love you, Elon. That's great.
I appreciate you,
And
GG.
you know, when we had the
That'd be dope if you did.
tragic Hurricane Helene, and it hit North Carolina. They were really devastated. The water. This was a big water, as big as we've ever seen. Water hurricane. It built lakes out of nothing. Fields became lakes, and the danger was unbelievable. And the people from North Carolina came to me and they said, "Would it be possible, at all possible, for you to speak to Elon Musk? We need Starlink." I said, "What's Starlink?" It's a form of communication. So I
Oh
called-
man. I know my Australian friends know what Starlink is too, because they got like no fucking internet over there. You know, they're still running off of cables, the copper cables and shit from like the 80s and shit. You know, they're like only like 50 years behind on everything. So they have Starlink now. That's so funny. We got Grid One Motorsports up in the building. Shout out to my man, the myth, the legend. Hey man, I appreciate you for being in here and enjoying your morning. Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Good morning. Good morning.
called Elon, and I'll tell you what, he had, and it was very dangerous. People would die. They had no communication. All the wires were down. I called Elon Musk. I said, "Elon, you have something called Starlink. Is that right?" "Yes, I do." "What the hell is it?" He said, "It's a
They actually think that is possible through the GOA. Wow. Whoa, that is huge. Gunners Association, if they're talking like that, that's humongous. That's humongous.
communication system that's very good." I said, "Elon, they need it really, really badly in North Carolina. Can you get it?" He had that there so fast. It was incredible. So, and it was great. It saved a lot of lives. He saved a lot of lives. But he's a character. He's a special guy. He's a super genius. We have to protect our geniuses. We don't have that many of them. We have to protect our super geniuses.
Hey, man.
I
I just wanted to be able to call out the bullshit from any side. You know what I mean? And you guys, I think that you guys have seen that. Even on what is in my narrative, I still will correct it if, you know what I mean? Like, that's the point of being transparent with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, if you are somebody that this person can never do any wrong, dude, people aren't going to listen to you like that. You know what I mean? And people shouldn't listen to people like that. You know, you should be able to objectively go, you know what? That's not right. You know what I mean?
thank some of the guys.
I appreciate that.
Up here today, the U.S. Open champion. He's fantastic golfer. Slightly longer than me. It's a ball a little bit longer than
Makes
me.
sense, Clover. That's
Just
insane.
a little bit. Bryson DeChambeau is up here someplace. What happened to Bryson? Where is he?
Lissa, can you send me the link to that? Can you send me the link to that? For some reason, I looked up the view and it's not showing. If you can send that to my Instagram, I'll go ahead and put it right here. I know that you already have it, but just in case if she can't do it or someone else can, go ahead and direct message me that link right there.
Bryson. Oh, he was shot. He's hitting balls. Oh, he's on the way.
Damn,
He's
that's a
hitting
fact,
balls.
Steve.
Bryson.
Yes, that is
look at
true.
him.
That is true, Jay.
He's got a great career going. Great U.S. Open, Bryson. That's a fantastic job. And we also have a man, Dana White, who has done some job.
Hell yeah. Hey, listen, Grade One Motorsports knows the deal. He's stopping the whole show. You know, listen, he's dropping by to hit that like button just like you guys should, because it is the #1 metric of all of YouTube. I very much appreciate your guys' love and honor and respect, and also your support, man, is immense. Thank you guys for just being here, for real.
He's a tough guy.
Well, then Starlink is meant for you, Steve Easy. That's what it's made for.
So Dana started UFC and came to me, do you mind if I use your, nobody wanted to give him a rinse because they said it's a rough sport, a little rough. And I helped him out a little bit, and I went and they said, this is the roughest sport I've ever seen, but I began to like it and he loved it, and nobody's done a better job in sports. And you know, he's a very motivational kind of a guy, what he does. He gets these fighters and
Very nicely said there. CloverTac comes in hot, saying there are a lot of bench seats open, which allows states to bypass the Second Amendment. Trump can fill closed seats and keep the states in check. Seen a comment on that earlier. Thank you for clarifying that, kind sir. I appreciate that, especially from a specialist in this. You know what I mean? I feel like I am I would say I'm fairly versed, but I love hearing from the experts, man. And if you guys haven't gone over to CloverTac's YouTube channel, he is a legitimate gun tuber, like the real deal. You know what I mean? So go over there, check him out, man. He talks a humongous amount of information regarding the Second Amendment and also the use of firearms. Check it out, man.
they really go at it. And it's become one of the most successful sports enterprises anywhere at any time.
Grid's the
doing
best,
so
man.
well. I'd like to ask Dana just to say a couple of words because people love to hear from him.
Dangerous Company, good to see you, man. No worries, Lissa.
Nobody deserves this more than him, and nobody deserves this more than his family
Damn.
does.
I'll give it to him.
This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hardworking man I've ever met in my life.
I'm so sorry for this. Is how far behind I am. Just White coming in hot. We got an Australian 5 over here saying, all right, guys, I have to get back to my live. Don't forget to support Mike's new stripper fund. That's a humongous W. Jess, thank you so much for the immense love. You went absolutely crazy this morning. Let's see, there's 10, 15, 20 plus this, man. I can't thank you enough. That's humongous. Thank you so much.
His
for the
family are
support.
incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelk boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Bustin' with the Boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Oh, Blair, you don't have to worry. I'm going to, trust me, when this is done, we're sending everybody over to Jess. She's live right now. She absolutely deserves it, man. You guys better go over there, subscribe to her, and make sure you guys comment in the chat. I'll be in the chat with you guys, once we do that. So, yeah, absolutely.
And thank you, America. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, that was a good short and sweet, too.
That is a piece of work. Now he's really an amazing guy. But most of all, I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans across the nation who have always been the heart and soul of this really great movement. We've been through so much together, and today you showed up in record numbers to deliver a victory like no other. This was something special, and we're gonna pay you back. We're gonna do the best job.
No kidding, Clover.
We're gonna turn it.
That's one thing where you can't give an inch. You can't give an inch. Absolutely not. We give an inch on everything else. You know what I mean?
Around. It's got to be turned around. It's got to be turned around fast, and we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna do it in every way, with so many
It
ways.
is absolutely my sugar mama. Absolutely. Stop the cap. And anybody that's upset with my sugar mama and me having a sugar mama, well, this is for you.
Emotional damage.
Hey, get good. You know what I mean? No, I'm
Yes,
just
but we're going
playing.
to do it in every way. This will forever be remembered as the day the American people
Wow, Doug
regained
Ross coming as
control.
well, dude. Holy shit, you guys are flying around money like crazy right now. Doug, thank you so much for your patronage over to the Insane Wheels family, man. Thank you so much for the immense support, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of you guys. Fuck.
All
Awesome,
of
man.
their country. So I just want to say that on behalf of this great group of people, these are hardworking people. These are
Good
fantastic
morning.
people.
Well, actually, it's not good morning for you over there in England, Tats. Good to see you. It is evening for you, I'm guessing. Appreciate you for being
And
here
we can add
with us.
a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again.
Listen, I'm all like, hey, listen, you know, how many times brother Steve Easy in the chat has gone, why don't we just have these guys like just throw down? You know what I mean? Like fuck all the talk and all that shit. Just throw down, you know? Yeah, I will. That's a good way to back your claims, you know what I mean? The only way you can back that shit is if you're willing to like, you know, square up for it. Absolutely. 100%.
And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold.
Let Robert Kennedy know. Yeah, you ain't touching our oil, cuz. You can decide to do all the shit that you want to do. Yeah, that's cool. We support that. But you ain't touching our fucking oil.
In any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that,
that's right, Big Red.
Go
You're
have a
so
good
funny.
time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things.
Yeah,
that
that's right. That's right. You know, Jess is actually younger than me, everybody. You know what I mean? So I don't know how old you guys think she is, but yeah. W.
Nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing.
Her name, it's her name. It's Jess White. But don't worry, at the end of this, we're going to raid her channel. So at the very end, if you stick around, which my extra is very short, and then right as I end, it sends all of you guys automatically over there. So make sure you guys subscribe and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Help her out, please.
His campaign
deserves it.
has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition.
505 over there.
They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight. When you think, I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American.
Hey,
We
man,
had
Doug, that's a W comment right there as well, man. Thank you.
everybody, and
Absolutely,
it was
man.
beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We
Facts,
want to have
Steve.
borders.
Yep.
We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally, we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years, we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time. But we had no
Sugar
wars.
Granny.
They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom.
Yo, good
Together, we're
fella.
going to
Good to see you. I like that. Monica Blowinski. Yeah, 2028. You're so funny, dude.
Unlock America's
What up, man?
glorious destiny.
Andrew, good
We're
to see you
going
as well,
to
man.
achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 900.
Hey, man, I very much appreciate that. That's what happens when you've been live streaming almost 18 years in 2 fucking months, everybody. I don't know if you guys knew that. So not everyone knows that because I didn't start on YouTube. You know what I mean? I started on Justin.tv way back in the day, like 2007. You know what I mean? And then Justin.tv got bought out by Twitch.tv. And then I was on Twitch forever. And then I finally, about a year and a half ago, made the switch over to YouTube. And I should have done that years ago. But you guys got to remember, live streaming wasn't a thing up until about 6-7 years ago on YouTube. You know what I mean? It was just a video upload service.
Won something, a lot of rallies. And it was sad. Everybody was sad. Many people, I said, this is our last rally. But now we're going on to something that's far more important because the rallies were used for us to be put in this position where we can really help our country. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been.
Appreciate you, Brother Hank. Thank you.
I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason.
That's right, Hardwire. Yep.
And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission.
Am I the nut you speak of, Carney? Oh, shit.
Oh, shit!
I guess you got to be somewhat nutty in order to do what the fuck I do. You know what I mean?
For us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world. Just as I did in my first term, we had a great first term, a great, great first term. I will govern by a simple motto.
And it's not just you. It's the rest of the world that is relying on us. You know what I mean? Which is crazy to say, but yeah, that's why everyone was interested around the world on American politics, because whatever happens here is going to affect the rest of the world. You know what I mean? And I can tell you that the rest of the world, for the majority, I would say, is probably stoked right now.
Promises made, promises kept. We're
Unless
going to
there
keep
are
our
enemies.
promises.
If there are enemies, then they may not be so stoked.
Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people. We will make America safe, strong, prosperous, powerful, and free again.
We had an amazing roundtable last night. If you guys missed that, we did the live coverage last night. A lot of you guys were obviously there, but if you guys missed it, man, there was a lot of political takes from all the people on the panel. And I have to give a big W to the panel as well, man. All of you guys up there last night killed it. You know what I mean? That was exactly what me and Hollywood were hoping for by hosting this. And thank you guys for coming up there and having a blast with us last night.
And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in this noble and righteous
He's going to speak tonight, by the way, Tiffany.
endeavor. That's what it is. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We're going to try. We have to try. And it's going to happen. Success.
No fucking kidding, Papa. And we will see what him and his team decide to do to go up against BRICS Plus, right?
Will bring us together. I've seen that. I've seen that. I saw that in the first term when we became more and more successful. People started coming together.
$3 billion was in bets and gambling. That's crazy.
Success is going to bring us together, and we are going to start by all putting America first. We have to put our country first for at least a period of time. We have to fix it because together we can truly make America.
Well, he said he was going to. He said he was going to, Steve. He said he was going to open that shit up, and I expect that to happen.
Great again for all Americans. So I want to just
it's time.
Tell you what a great honor this is. I want to thank you. I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much.
W.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. America just took a humongous W, man. I can't thank you guys enough for watching with us along the way, man. It's been an absolute legendary campaign. Honestly, this is going to be going down in the 47th president for sure, which is Donald Trump for people that aren't counting. It will go in the history books. This whole thing is going to be in the history books, and it's going to be an amazing thing to look back on. I mean, the dude was damn near assassinated like 3-4 different times and still won. You know what I mean? That's we're just telling you what's going on here. Allegedly coming in hot saying happy Wednesday. Hope you're all well. That's right. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful day on Hump Day. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the immense amount of support. Wow, allegedly just came in right now with a $10 super sticker. Allegedly. Thank you so much for your selfless support. Thank you so much. As well as all of you guys over here. We got Jess White that gifted over 5, 10, 15, 20 more subscriptions over to you guys, as well as Guardian Riders gifted out some to you guys as well. Clover Tack, my man over there, our favorite gun tuber on this side of the internet, also became a member, man. I can't thank you enough. As well as Carney coming in, helping out the community, as well as Brother Shadow. Thank you for that. And then, of course, Jess White, she's going to let you know. All right, guys, I have to get back to my live. Don't forget to support Mike's new stripper fund. Abso-fucking-lutely. And real quick, Doug Ross coming in hot with the Canadian money, man. Saying with the yellow, saying, Mike, thank you. Thanks to you and the USA, man. No, thank you. And thank you for trusting me with your guys' news and coverage, man. I can't thank you enough. Guys, go hang out with Jess this morning. Go show her some love. Go subscribe to her right as we end this. It's going to send you guys over to Jess. Hit that subscribe button and then meet me in the chat. You know what I mean? And then we got Jess White just to end the show. She just gifted another 5 to you guys. That's humongous, man. Thank you. That's 25. Girl, you got to take it easy now. You got to take it easy. You made your point. I appreciate you. That's right. That's right. So we all can say that we took a humongous W for America. You know what I mean? Trump is back. We're taking this country back, and I love it. Richard, it is time to make money again. You know what I mean? Let's make money making great again. You dig? Absolutely. With that being said, we'll see you guys tonight on the Diamond Effect. We're going to be going on and continuing the conversation about the election. We're going to see what our buddies over there on the Diamond Effect have to say tonight. It will be always interesting. Thank you guys immensely for the crazy support. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys tonight. Much love.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning.